The 10 News Weather Authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Here's a live look at our current conditions courtesy of our live cameras out there. We are mostly cloudy across the board, all thanks to the remnants of Helene that is currently right over top of southwest and central Virginia. We've got a couple of isolated showers out there with winds primarily out of the east and out of the south this afternoon. Temperatures across the board: 66 out in Wytheville, 65 down in Independence, 68 for the Hill City as well as Bedford, 71 for Lexington, Danville, and South Boston, 72 and 73 degrees, while Roanoke is currently at 70. Now, when we have a look at the current radar, we notice a lot of green on here. You're probably wondering what that is. Well, we've got an aerial flood watch in effect until 12 a.m. tonight. So this will expire first thing tomorrow morning for all of our counties across the Roanoke Valley, the Highlands, Lynchburg, and Southside. We're also tracking some isolated showers popping up from time to time as well that are continuing to build out of the south and west towards the north and east. So that's what we're going to be dealing with basically all afternoon long, as well as that nasty cloud cover and that nasty mugginess. By the middle of this afternoon, we could see a couple of stronger storms get developed, primarily to our south and to our west, that will creep into parts of the Highlands, parts of Southside, even parts of the Roanoke Valley and the New River Valley through about 6 p.m. There could be a little bit of rotation with these storms. I don't believe we're going to have what we had last night. However, that possibility is not exactly zero, so we're not throwing out the potential for any tornadic activity, as well as some heavy rain, some localized flooding and hail as well. So through about 9 o'clock, we're going to continue to see some of those isolated to scattered storms, and then again, those flood alerts are in effect until 12 a.m. tomorrow morning. The flash flooding risk has moved off a little bit towards the north, but all of us are still in that risk for today, whether it's a marginal or a slight risk. It doesn't really matter. Whenever we see some of these heavier downpours located over one spot, if they get two heavy downpours, the likelihood of flash flooding thus increases doublefold. So we're going to continue to see the chance for that flash flooding risk throughout the rest of our Monday. It may likely even carry over into parts of our Tuesday, as we are tracking the chance for a couple of showers tomorrow. Again, the ground is very, very saturated. As for this evening, if you do have plans to go out, maybe have dinner, temperatures are going to stay right around 70 degrees with mostly cloudy skies and the chance for rain overhead all night long. Eventually, Helene will push off out of here out to sea, and then low pressure will start to build in from the north and west, bringing us our next cold front, which will also urge high pressure into the central areas of the country. So we're going to be warming out and then eventually drying out later in the week. Now, earlier this morning, we were talking about this area down there in the Western Caribbean now has a 40% chance of developing. It was at about 50 earlier, so that's good news. Chances are continuing to decline. We did just have Kirk develop out there in the middle of the Atlantic, and right behind Kirk, we're currently tracking another area. But there are the next three storms on the list after Helene, so we've dealt with about 4 storms within the last week. So the next storm that does get named would be Leslie. As for your 7-day forecast here at home, 60% chance of rain to about 70 for the rest of your Monday. Rain chances dwindling off heading into tomorrow, and then we should be all clear by Wednesday evening. And the rest of the week looks dry.
Big picture, we want those percentages in that tropical area to go way down here in the next couple of weeks.
And what helps, that area that we're tracking in the Western Caribbean that has a lower likelihood of developing, it would follow almost directly in the wake of Helene. What that means is that the upwelling from the surface temperatures are way down because Helene just sucked up all of the warm water. So that's good news.
Okay, we'll take the good news. Thank you, Parker, very much.